the good news and the other good news out of California. I'm Mark Stewart. It is March 5th, and I finally got a chance to analyze results from that late California primary on the 3rd. Now, results about me. 2,300 votes. Out of over 2 million cast, that is not good. But I want to say the good aspect of it. It came despite 0 signs, 0 events, 0 media that covered my candidacy, 0 podcasts that were listened to in California. My only campaigning for Super Tuesday was in Vermont. How do 2,300 voters put down Mark Stewart, unknown Mark Stewart, on their choice? And I explained it this way. There was, to California's credit, an uploadable site for voter information. I chose to put my positions, which are very different from most mainstream Democrat leaders. I don't even like to call them mainstream anymore, okay? You would see, if you chose to go to the site, and many did, Mark Stewart, devoid of his popularity, devoid of polls, because there aren't any that cover unheralded candidates, and just positions. So the libertarian position within California's voters has at least some heft. Okay? These are Democrats or their independents choosing a Democrat ballot, choosing a Mark Stewart over the 14 others who showed up on the ballot. This tells you something about directness from candidates to a receiving public without a media filter, without a horse race question about your chances of winning, without background things. You said 15 years ago this, and how do you respond? Direct democracy is alive and well in the Golden State. Now let me talk about another remarkable thing from California. Look at the result of the 25th Congressional District primary. This is the one where Democrat Katie Hill chose to resign, sex scandal. So her open seat was being contested by 4 people. Among them, television star Cenk Uygur. Cenk is a good guy. He's got very leftist views. He is a relative behemoth in terms of political clout from his television show, The Young Turks. But did that carry over? He got 5%. 4th place. The 2 top vote getters were not heralded politicians from before. They campaigned for public service reasons. And I think enough voters see through that versus campaigning for more Hollywood reasons, okay? Cenk might have gotten a better book deal had he done well. Had he really wanted to serve in Congress, good for him. But he doesn't make the case as well as people who are devoted to serving in Congress. So, good result there, too, in my mind. There will be a runoff among the top 2, 1 Republican, 1 Democrat. California may thus be the foremost state in terms of an improved democracy. Maybe they can take it to the next step. There's a lot of goodness in ranked choice voting. Ranked choice voting means you have voters who do not have to select one and only one, but can give their second, even third, even fourth choice in a contest. That allows a good second for many people to actually rise up to be the top if there's a big split between the first who is loved and the first who is hated. Other types of voting where you could have negative, a choice to say, I don't want him, okay? You don't care so much about who does get elected. You care more about who shouldn't be elected. That should have a lot of clout. I also propose that California or any open-minded state think about awarding 2 votes, not 1, to the voter who has custody over a minor, okay? The parent of a 14-year-old really should have 2 votes, all right? So if there's 2 parents and only 1 child, they get a vote and a half each. 2 parents and 3 kids, split it, they get 1.5 votes each. That would be, I think, an improvement of saying, I am a voter whose weight should be higher because I have ideas, I have the custody of multiple people in my household. Until they hit majority age and choose to become registered voters, I have their proxy. I think that could work well for very elderly people who entrust their younger child to take care of their affairs. They're looking after the needs of a 93-year-old. They probably should get an extra vote for that elderly person. Lots of things that could be done, even if it's not formally in the voting process. How about in the informal plebiscites that can be done through good online sites to really let the authorities know who the popular opinion would really choose and not choose? Thanks for listening. I am Mark Stewart.